Let's get ready for Monday Mortgage Minute with your hosts, Tom McNamara and Bruce Woodburn.
Hey.
Hello there, Bruce.
Happy Monday to you.
Yes, sir. It is a happy Monday. Had a great weekend. I know you spent a little time on the boat. I spent some time on a boat myself. I actually went to a wedding on a cruise ship.
How about that? That had
It was
to be
a good
lot
time.
of fun.
It was a good time. We had a really nice time. Then we got kicked off
We
the ship
also
right
we
before they
also
left.
worked a little bit this weekend too. I know we got a couple of contracts coming in.
I did. I pulled in 2 contracts. I sold one without even listing it on the market. That's how I roll.
It went.
Let's
talk a little bit about the market then. Let's talk so people have a greater understanding, because we've got listeners all over the country listening to this. And although you and I are in Central Florida, we lend in all 50 states. You sell in all 50 states. We can help anybody. However, as far as the market goes, I think that our area of the market is probably a good geographical area that would set the tone or be an average area for United States. Some may be a little bit more aggressive, and some may be a little bit more lackluster. But I think that in general, we're probably middle of the road, and we're seeing about a 5% appreciation year over year right now, which is phenomenal in what people consider to be a soft market.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the expectation over the last years were much higher than that, right? And so when it's only 5%, it feels like a slowdown. Kind of like if you're doing 200 miles an hour and you slow down to 100, it feels like you stopped, right?
That's about right.
Good reality is you're still going 100 miles an hour, right?
Yeah. And, things have still been going strong, even though last week, unfortunately, was not a great week. Today has already started off in the bond market. We've lost since Wednesday, probably about 130 basis points in the bond market, just to put that in perspective for everybody.
English. Give me English.
Yeah. So for every 100 basis points we lose or gain in the bond market is going to shift the consumer's cost. So if we lost 100 basis points in the bond market, whatever was a 0-point loan is now a 1-point loan. So we've lost 130. So from Wednesday of last year, whatever was 0 points, you're paying 1.3 points, bang, in 3 days.
Just to get that same rate. So on average, then we're probably looking at rates going from an average rate of, let's say, mid 6s to high 6s, and now we're at low 7s.
Yeah, previous to Wednesday, we were running about 6.83%, and on average over the country. And now you're probably running in, 7.125 to 7.25%. So, and that's to keep the points cost about the same as they were.
Sure.
Because lenders can adjust that in rate, or you can pay extra in fees. I don't recommend consumers paying a lot of points in this market, because you're going to refinance when rates hit 5.25. So once that happens, and it will happen, it might be 10 months, it might be 18 months, it might be 24 months, but it's going to happen. And you're just going to refinance. So there's no point in paying, 2.5, 3 points to buy a rate down when you are, going to end up refinancing it anyway.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. All right. So as far as the actual sales market goes, again, anything below median is selling very quickly, typically 45 days or less. Now that's specifically single family homes. Condos are a different story.
Yeah, they're really slowing down a little bit, but I got
almost a full stop on condos. Almost. Yeah. I mean, it is, first of all, they've always been a little bit of a challenge, right? With the VA list and the FHA list, and you can only get conventional, and some of them are cash only, and then, all the criteria around them. But now with this, the new engineering requirements for anything with a tower, with the extra reserves, the reserve studies that have to be done,
and all their insurance rates went up for their master policies, so that all gets passed on to the consumer.
All gets passed on. It's interesting. People, it's funny when you talk to people that own condos. People that some people that own them that understand condominium ownership is like communism, right? You own that property with other people, and
Right.
you have to accept that you're with other people, and the cost gets spread, right? So when the insurance policy goes up, your rates go up, right? Your
Everybody's
HOA.
goes up.
And but some people, I've heard people tell, well, that they shouldn't do that. That's unfair. They should eat that. Like, who's they? They is you.
They is you. They is you. You are a partner. You are a partner in the business when you own a condo.
That's right. So you have to know that going in buying a condo. But yeah, I'm seeing that market super, super slow. The single family house market, anything under median, 2 months on the market is a long time. Most of them are staying less. Now, above median, that's where we're starting to see the flexibility. We're starting to see sellers either come down in price, offer incentives, offer concessions. And so that, it's keeping the market moving pretty briskly, but that's where I'm seeing the tiny bit of slowdown, if you will. Now, we head into the summer. We're getting ready to get hot, man.
Well, people are going to need to get in their house before school starts, and we're in spring season right now, so this is relatively hot time. But I'll be honest with you, I'm finding that sellers are becoming a little bit more flexible, even though the market is still pretty solid. But I'm finding that buyers that are out there and wanting to negotiate and they're serious about buying. They don't have any contingencies. They're able to get closing costs. I'm even seeing some negotiating on price a little bit. So there's a lot of positive features in the market for a buyer that wants to get in the market right now. I mean,
somebody that's super ready. Somebody that's
believe it or not,
the income.
And believe it or not, Tom, the higher interest rates are in the buyer's favor. I know that sounds ridiculous, but the reason they're in their favor is because it's slowing the market down, but allowing them to negotiate with the seller. As soon as the rates drop, then sellers will have too many buyers and they don't need to negotiate. So if you're a buyer, this is a good time. Listen, you're going to refinance. I don't care what you do. If you buy a home right now, you're going to refinance when rates drop. So just buy the doggone home, get the appreciation, and move on. I just got off the phone with a past client. He's like, I want to buy an $800,000 house. And I've been waiting for the last year thinking that things would soften, and the doggone $800,000 house is now $900,000. It didn't go in my direction.
Yeah, no, they haven't, and I don't believe that they will. So, hey, speaking of hot market and coming into the summertime, so lower end homes, people typically, a lot of times, the people are coming in needing down payment assistance and stuff like that. What's going on in the down payment assistance world?
Well, Tom, as fate would have it, there's still plenty of programs out there. I mean, we're doing them all over the state of Florida. We've got Hometown Heroes coming back into the market on July 1st. You can get 5% of the loan amount back towards closing costs, even down payment and prepaid escrows.
Sure.
The Hometown Heroes sets the interest rate. It's generally a little lower than prevailing rates for
about
a regular
quarter.
FHA.
Is it about a quarter point or about a half?
I'm going to say it could range as far as a quarter, but usually you're about 1/8 of a point under what prevailing.
No more than a quarter, though. Okay.
Yeah, I don't generally see it much more than that. It's Florida bond money essentially, but that's coming available. The trick there is you better be fully approved for your financing, because we're getting $100 million, but that $100 million last time we got it lasted for about 3.5 weeks.
Yeah, 3 to 5 weeks, right?
Because they opened it up to everybody. You don't have to be a hero anymore. I mean, you're all heroes in my mind, right? But you don't have to be law enforcement, firefighter, teacher.
Gotcha.
So. And we're doing local down payment assistance, ship and hands program throughout the state of Florida. We have all the resources and we can guide you in the direction as to which one may be better. And I even have my own down payment assistance program that we put together for first-time home buyers, where you can get $6,500 towards your closing costs and escrows. And it doesn't have to be repaid like a lot of the other down payment assistance programs.
Interesting. So lots of options. If people are interested in down payment assistance, they should reach out to you or I. and we can help them either way. So Bruce, I've got to get going, man. I've got a lot of stuff going on today. I know you do as well. So it's been great.
Well, let's get that contract over the weekend wrapped up. We got a couple more coming. I just talked to a new buyer I think we can work with, and they have a house to sell. So things are moving and shaking, baby. Let's make it happen.
You got it, man.
Shake
You have
and
a great
bake,
rest of
baby.
your day,
Shake
and